Look, don't get me wrong. Self-improvement, the whole process on working on yourself and dedicating time to become a better man is great. There's a lot of great benefits that come with it. And it really does open your mind to better things to do with your time. But one negative that nobody talks about is how boring life will be if you're not surrounded with other guys that are on self-improvement. This whole brotherhood, this whole community needs to work together and accompany each other in person. By meeting up and surrounding yourself with other ballers and other guys that have the same vision as you, even if they're not as successful right now as you would like to be and as they would like to be, working together till you get to that point in life is so freaking crucial. I can't tell you how boring my life would be if I didn't have at least one other guy, just people that we'd like to share our accomplishments with. But if you don't have anybody to talk to about, by you having a new PR at the gym, by you creating your own custom meal plan, by you making a certain amount of money, you will get so bored. You will have no one to talk to. You will not have interesting conversations that allow you to become better in the future. You're going to just look at the world like it's completely black and white now. There's going to be no fun. There's nothing for you to look forward to, because if you have all these goals that you're accomplishing, all these milestones that you're hitting, and you have no one to share with and no one to interact with, what's the point? You need people to enjoy these moments with. I know we do a lot for ourselves, but at the same time, that little percentage that we do to impress other people needs to be fulfilled, because otherwise it's not as compelling. It doesn't make us motivated enough to want to go out there and do great things with our life. It's crazy how small that percentage is, and it does vary from guy to guy, but it needs to be hit. Otherwise, we're not going to be as productive as we can. We're not going to hit the lights. We're not going to hit the levels of life that we are capable of hitting. And when you're on self-improvement, certain topics or certain levels of behavior that we used to indulge in, we completely cut out. There's certain aspects of life that we don't enjoy anymore. We don't even like hearing about it. But when you're surrounded with just normal guys, that's all they talk about. That's one thing I learned. Once I cut out the BS and all the degeneracy in my life, all I hear from most guys is the stuff that I don't tolerate anymore. Like, bro, I don't want to go out every night and get hammered. I don't want to not care about my savings account. I don't want to just work a normal job to the day I die and not have any sort of legacy that I can pass to either my son or my daughter. It doesn't make sense for me anymore, and I need to distance myself from those people that think that way and are always discussing that, because eventually that will seep into my brain if I hear it enough, and it's gonna steer me off course, and it might steer me off just enough to the point where I don't hit my goals, and I can't live with that. I cannot fail. I refuse to fail. But if I put myself in a situation that isn't optimum, I am not putting myself in the highest possibility for success. By me not being in that environment, the odds of me hitting my goals and what I want out of life decreases. I can't afford any of that. The world is so competitive now in every single aspect that if I'm not doing everything in my willpower to allow me to hit the goals that I need and put in the work that I have to in order to be successful, I'm doing myself a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice too. If you're not surrounded with at least one other member in your life or in your circle that is working towards self-improvement goals, working on getting stronger, building a better physique, consuming healthier foods, building an empire, you need one other guy in your life. You don't need 10, you don't need 15, you don't need 5. You need one. Go out there and find that one person. I'm very fortunate that I found my one guy that I know I will be brothers with till the day I die, and I am beyond fortunate to have him in my life. And I know together we really do balance each other out personality-wise, but mentally and our mindsets are so similar and so in line that I can't wait to work with him in the future, and I can't wait to be successful and be able to share my accomplishments with, because I know he will understand it and he will appreciate it. Regardless of who becomes successful first, whether I get my $1,000,000 first, or he gets his $1,000,000 first. It's okay. We're both so happy to have each other in our life, and we're both so happy to see each other being successful and hitting the goals that we've been working towards for years. We're not jealous that, oh, he made more money than I did, or his car is nicer than mine, or his house is bigger than mine. It's not like that. We're just so happy to be in a situation that we're both in. And when the other person wins, or when the other person succeeds, I'm the first one to clap. I'm the first one to cheer him on and congratulate him, make a post about it, or just give him the flowers that he deserves. And as men, we need that. We don't want to have that one friend that's just super jealous of everyone being successful because they're just a bum and they're mad when other people are doing better than them, because that makes them feel worse about themselves. We don't want to be surrounded with those types of people. And if we are being a shell of ourselves. We're holding ourselves back because we don't want to piss this guy off, because every time we do something good, he gets mad and then he treats us a little differently, and it's just not a healthy relationship. Anybody you have like this in your life, you need to cut out. I don't care how long you've known them. I don't care if you grew up with them. I don't care if your parents know them. Leave them alone. Do not talk to them. Be cordial. Be respectful if you see them in public, but that's it. You don't have to have any sort of deeper relationship with them, and don't let yourself suffer because of that one person. You're doing yourself a huge disservice if you just continue to let that leech just suck the blood out of you. Instead, run with lions that you can conquer the world with. That's how you should be thinking, and just the future, you will thank yourself. Your future kids will thank you. Your future grandkids will thank you, and you need to do it all for them. All your suffering that you do now to put yourself in the best possibility to hit your goals is worth it. I promise you, work towards that. Cut the fake people out of your life and find that one running mate that you know you could take with for the rest of your life, bro. Ideally, if you have siblings, if you do have a brother, it should be that brother. But if it can't be that brother for whatever reason, you have to go out there and find one guy that you know you can trust with for the rest of your life. You know that if you gave him $1,000,000 just for him not to touch, just for him to have it safe and stored, that the moment you come back to take that money out, it is all there. If you don't have anybody in your life that's like this, start looking, bro. Best place you can do is find people that watch the same content as you, consume the same visionary plans as you do, and just hope that, and just sort of, and build a friendship with them that you can eventually turn into brotherhood. Brotherhood is the most strongest thing you can have as a man, and without it, you're just not going to be as happy. You're not going to be as successful. Every aspect of your life without brotherhood will dwindle. So the best thing you can do is figure out who your running mates are and just work on conquering your goals.